Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Man United to trigger Wan-Bissaka contract extension clause. Manchester United are planning to trigger a one-year extension clause in Aaron Wan-Bissaka's contract to keep him at the club until the summer of 2025, the Daily Mail reports. After a shaky start to life under Eric Tanguys' leadership, Wan-Bissaka has established himself as a vital part of the Dutch manager's setup, but injuries have limited his contributions this season. The 25-year-old had featured 5 times in the Premier League this season, contributing an assist before picking up a hamstring injury in the 3-1 defeat to Brighton and Hove Albion last month. He was in line for a new contract after the summer transfer window closed, but talks over an extended deal have gone cold since his lengthy spell on the sidelines. However, Man United are not taking any risk regarding the Englishman's long-term future at Old Trafford and are likely to activate a one-year extension clause in his contract. Talks over a new long-term deal are expected to kick off at some point this season, but the club want to allow the defender to focus on his recovery. Wan-Bissaka returned to first-team training ahead of the Manchester derby, but Ten Hag opted against risking him during the 3-0 defeat to Manchester City. It remains to be seen whether or not he will pass the fitness test ahead of Wednesday's Crunch League Cup fourth-round clash against Newcastle United. However, the weekend trip to Craven Cottage, where Man United will face Fulham, represent Wan-Bissaka's best chance at returning to the starting lineup. After a disappointing outing against their local neighbours last time out, pressure continues to mount on Ten Hag, who, despite his side's woes, believes they are on the upward trajectory. Man United will be eager to return to winning ways when they host Newcastle tonight, but may need to be wary of the threat from the Magpies, who knocked out Man City in the third round. Amad Diallo closes in on injury comeback with return to individual training. Manchester United winger Amad Diallo is closing in on a return to first-team action after getting back on the grass on Monday. The Ivory Coast international had a good loan stint with Sunderland in the Championship last term, scoring 14 goals and providing 4 assists. It was anticipated that he would break into United plans this campaign, but that has not been the case following his ankle injury during pre-season. United revealed that Amad would miss the first part of the season, but he could make a quicker recovery, judging by his return to the pitch. Amad provided a positive update on his Instagram account. The youngster joined the Red Devils from Atalanta a few years ago with huge expectations, but he has yet to become a key member of the first-team squad. He had the opportunity to do so with a good preseason campaign, but unfortunately picked up an injury during the club's summer tour of the United States. Judging by the update, Amad has started to work individually on the grass. Amad has started to work individually on the grass, and hopefully he will be integrated into the team training in the coming weeks. The Ivorian would be a quality competitor to Antony on the right wing, but United need to handle him with caution given his injury record in recent years. United have a big decision to make over him in the new year. If Eric Tanguys is not convinced over him, he could be sent out on another temporary stint. Fabrizio Romano sheds light on Eric Tanguys' future. The famous Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano has quashed any concerns about Eric Tanguys' immediate future at the club. The transfer guru claimed in his daily briefing that he has faced a bombardment of questions about the Dutchman's future at the helm of the club. There had been a tad of optimism around the team after 3 straight narrow victories, but the chastening 3-0 loss at home to their Cross City rivals was an all-too-familiar wake-up call. Some of the manager's pre- and in-game decision-making has come under fire from the wider fan base. Romano explains that there were raised eyebrows by the choice to opt for Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans over Rafael Varane or Victor Lindelof at the centre-back position. Moreover, Sky Sports pundit Jamie Carragher slammed the style of football under the Dutchman as underdog football. The former Liverpool defender also claims that this Red Devil side are shocking, playing out from the back and are the only top team that play a long ball counter-attacking system, damning criticism of a manager who once upon a time played such free-flowing football at Ajax. Yet, despite all of these thunder clouds appearing over Old Trafford, Romano confirms that according to his sources, the manager still enjoys the support and the trust of the United hierarchy. Although he adds, still, it's also true that everyone at Manchester United knows the situation has to change. Results against the big teams can't continue like this, but for now, it's important to say that the club are still supporting and backing Ten Hag. The Italian journalist goes on to assert that the problems at the club go much deeper than the manager and the players. In his own opinion, the length of the ownership situation has taken so long to resolve and is an important piece of the story. Romano finishes by stating that there is an immense need to bring clarity to the ownership situation, something which every supporter of the club is also desperate to see. Man United linked with shock move for Chelsea defender Chalobah. Manchester United have been linked with a surprise move for Chelsea defender Trevoh Chalobah during the January transfer window. The Red Devils have had a difficult start to the campaign and they have already suffered 7 defeats in all competitions, 5 of those in the Premier League. Their defensive record has been far from convincing. Injuries have played a part, but the club can't afford any more slip-ups if they want to make the top 4. Amidst this, Calcio Mercato highlight that United could invest on a new centre-back in January, and Chalobah is a potential target for the club's hierarchy. Juventus have also been credited with an interest in Chalobah, but it's claimed that United could decide to make a major investment to guarantee an extra defender to Eric Ten Hag. They plan to convince the Blues graduate to stay in the Premier League. Chelsea are reportedly prepared to part ways with Chalobah for around 51 million euros. United were determined to land a marquee central defender during the summer transfer window, but their plans changed after Harry Maguire decided against leaving the club. As a result, they took the option of signing Johnny Evans on a free transfer. The club could revisit the situation in January, but a big investment depends on a high-profile exit. Due to the club's tight financial situation, they can't afford to splash the cash in the new year. Chalobah would be a good acquisition to add more competition. He has fared well whenever he has played for the Blues and has caught the eye with his passing and ability to clear his lines. The big problem with him is his current injury situation. The 24-year-old has been sidelined since preseason with a thigh issue, and he recently suffered a setback in his rehabilitation. Regardless of this, we simply don't see United spending £45 million on him. The best solution for the club would be a short-term loan deal with an option to buy during the summer. Man United have a new wish to sign Real Sociedad defender Robin Lenormand. Manchester United have a new wish to sign Real Sociedad defender Robin Lenormand, according to Spanish outlet Vigaches. The Red Devils were on the search for a marquee centre-back last summer, but did not have the required funds to pursue one. The club were planning to offload Harry Maguire to land a replacement, but the former captain decided to fight for his future. As a result, the hierarchy decided to sign Evans on a free transfer instead, but they are likely to invest on a top recruit in future. Vigaches claims that the Lenormand has emerged as a new wish for the Red Devils. The Spaniard could come in as a replacement for Maguire. United tried to sign a quality centre-back during the final phase of the summer transfer window, but they required a big money sale first. Maguire was heavily linked with a move to West Ham United, but a deal did not materialize, with the Englishman opting to stay put. In our view, it's unlikely that United will pursue a market signing for their central defense until the summer due to financial fair play issues. The club may have to wait until the end of the financial year to sign one unless Maguire leaves in January, which is highly unlikely to happen. Lenormand would be a good signing as he is in the prime of his career. The 26-year-old is a good ball-playing defender who likes to clear his lines. He has also impressed when it comes to winning duels and has a success rate of 61% this term. The Spaniard won't come on the cheap for United. He has a release clause worth 50 million euros in his contract, and Sociedad may not negotiate on the fee. Aside from United, Real Madrid are also in the picture for Lenormand. United will need to plan early to put themselves in pole position to sign him. Report claims Man United want to sign FC Porto's Diogo Costa in January. A mainstream Portuguese football paper has made the bold claim that Manchester United are renewing their interest in signing FC Porto goalkeeper Diogo Costa. United were heavily linked with Costa over the summer, but Porto's 75 million euros release clause proved impenetrable, and the Red Devils turned their attentions to Andre Onana instead. But Ebola claims that one of the positions seen as most deficient at United is that of goalkeeper, with the criticism in Her Majesty's lands not being mulled in its analysis of the weak performances of Andre Onana. This scenario is enough for the door to signing a new goalkeeper in the middle of the season to be wide open, and, in this sense, Diogo Costa's name is the best place to take on the aforementioned specific position for the Old Trafford club. The outlet goes on to say that United scouts were sent to watch Costa on Sunday and reinforce the already extensive report they have about the Porto goalkeeper. Ebola says it's likely that United will come back in for Costa in January or at the end of the season. The price tag will remain a non-negotiable 75 million euros. The idea of United spending that amount of money on another goalkeeper seems absurd. But while Ebola is hardly a tier 1 source, they are not normally fantasists to this extent. Man United back in race for Inter Milan Star. Eric Tanguys knows him well. Manchester United are back in the race to sign Inter Milan defender Denzel Dumfries, according to Italian outlet calciomercato.it. The Red Devils were heavily linked with the Dutchman at the end of last year, amid suggestions that Aaron Wan-Bissaka could be offloaded. Wan-Bissaka had played just 4 minutes under manager Eric Tanguys before the World Cup, and he seemed completely out of favour. However, the right-back managed to transform his fortunes with Diogo Dalot's injury. He was the regular right-back in the second half of the season. Almost 12 months later, United are once again being linked with Dumfries. It's claimed his athleticism and physicality suits the Premier League. Calciomercato.it mentioned that we should pay attention to the Red Devils, considering Ten Hag knows Dumfries very well from his time at Ajax. Inter currently value him at 40 million euros, but it's claimed that the valuation could increase if the Dutchman puts pen to paper on a new contract. United were fancy to sign Dumfries earlier this year. The Dutchman's attacking attributes were considered as a perfect fit for the manager. The 26-year-old was a right back during his time at PSV Eindhoven, but he has played exclusively from the right wing back role for the Nerazzurri. He has been hugely successful in the position with 9 goals and 18 assists from 108 outings, but has also been efficient with his defensive work. In our view, United are unlikely to look into bolstering the right-back department. Diallo only recently put pen to paper on a long-term contract with the club. Wan-Bissaka has been praised by Ten Hag on many occasions this year, and the 25-year-old could be rewarded with a new deal in the coming weeks. Manchester United among clubs keeping tabs on AC Milan forward Rafael. Manchester United have been struggling to score goals this season, and that was on display yet again during the Manchester Derby as they lost 3-0 at Old Trafford on Sunday. Rasmus Højlund has been on fire in the Champions League but struggled in the Premier League and is yet to open his account. Even more disappointingly, last season's top goal scorer Marcus Rashford has looked like a shadow of the player that terrorized defenses in the previous campaign and has managed a solitary goal this term. Anthony does not look close to living up to his enormous price tag. The less said about Anthony Martial, the better. The current scenario clarifies why Ten Hag wanted an additional striker in the summer. If Jadon Sancho can be moved on for a sizable fee either in January or next summer, and with Sir Jim Ratcliffe's arrival as a new minority stakeholder, United could begin a new era by going after transfers more aggressively. Italian outlet Calcio Mercato have claimed that AC Milan's Rafael Leao is a target, with the Portuguese not enjoying the best of spells this season, while also having issues with manager Stefano Pioli. Last season, the 24-year-old has netted an impressive 16 times while registering 15 assists, and that prompted the Milan Giants to agree a new long-term deal with him. So far this season, the Portugal international has managed 3 goals and 4 assists, and he was seen arguing with the manager after he was substituted against Napoli. The Rossoneri are desperate to see Leao showcase the same form as last season while maintaining a healthy relationship with the manager. Unless both points are reached, a sale is not beyond reason, especially if the offer is right. United, fierce rivals Manchester City, and Paris Saint-Germain are all keeping an eye on the versatile forward who can play on the left wing as well as up front. Leao's current market value stands at 90 million euros, and such an exorbitant spend will require the club to sell well. It remains to be seen if Milan are serious about letting the winger leave. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.